Hi Taurus, welcome to your horoscope psychic tarot reading for the month of April 2019. If you would like your own personal, private, confidential psychic tarot reading from me or an astrology birth chart reading from me, I am an astrologer as well as a psychic tarot reader, then check out my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video, share with your friends and family, hit that bell next to the subscribe button as many times as you need to so that you get a notification every time I go live or upload a new video. Make sure you subscribe. And also, if you would like to, check out my Instagram at Lamarr Townsend and my Facebook, Lamarr Townsend Tarot, my Facebook page. Let's get right into your reading, Taurus, for the month of April 2019. So this is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, Uranus, Pluto, Saturn, North Node, South Node, Vesta, Chiron, 1st through 12th house, and all those in between for the month of April 2019. What's in store for Taurus for the month of April 2019? What's in store for Taurus for the month of April 2019? Remember, if you would like your own personal reading from me, then check out my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com. In store for Taurus for the month of April 2019. Make sure you subscribe. Get the 4 of coins here in the past position, so maybe there was a lack of money, a lack of balance with money that was addressed or needed to be addressed in the past, the recent past, specifically Taurus. Get the 7 of Cups here in the present position. So there could be something as well, Taurus, where you've been avoiding certain things within yourself, certain emotions, certain problems, certain issues that needed to be addressed. And there's something about avoidance strategy. Maybe you have a tendency to avoid situations, avoid things, in hopes that they'll go away, and with the intention of getting back to them, at a later date. But there's something where there's certain problems, certain issues, certain things that needed to be addressed that you put off to address at a later date that have not yet been addressed, Taurus. And I think it's time to address them with the Judgment card coming out. This card is also the card of karma for me a lot of times. Okay? So there could be something where karmically something is coming around that you have to deal with, Taurus, this month to elevate to the next level. Alright, so it doesn't have to be a bad thing, even if it's experienced as a bad thing, a negative situation. It could deal with relationships. It could deal with friendships. Sorry, the camera cut off. But it could deal with something with relationships, with friendships. Also could deal with something with your parents, specifically your mother, or the relationship between your mother and father, or, who you see as your mother and father. I think there is something, Taurus, where maybe the mother is going through something, or the matriarch of the family, the matriarch in your life. It doesn't necessarily have to be health-wise, but it could deal with relationship between mother and father, or you and someone you're dating, you and someone else. Someone that means something to you, Taurus, basically. I feel like some of you could be dealing with a certain dynamic between you and someone you love, or someone you love and someone else, that could be shaking your foundation in some way and causing you to reevaluate things. So another thing I'm getting is that, the example of maybe you or maybe your mother and father are divorcing, and now it's like, well, who do I go live with? I wasn't expecting this kind of thing. Or maybe your spouse says, hey, I kind of want to separate, I need time to myself. And it's like, I wasn't expecting that. It doesn't have to be a negative thing, even though it's a negative experience. There's always a silver lining, I believe, Taurus, and I think there's a silver lining here for you. And it's kind of meant to bring you back to yourself, back to what's important in your life, back to who's important in your life. All right, because I feel like some of you have kind of lost track of that because you've been so wrapped up maybe in something that has been toxic, especially emotionally toxic. Maybe could be physically toxic for some of you. I was going to say something, but I forgot what I was going to say. Dang it. So there's something where you guys could also be dealing with manipulation and trying to get away from a manipulative situation. This is what I was going to say. It doesn't have to involve just relationships. It can also involve work and being used, abused, mentally, physically, you know, emotionally, labor-wise by work. Maybe you feel like you're not getting paid what you're owed. You're not getting paid your worth, kind of thing. But there is something where a dynamic in your life, you know, in terms of relationships is shifting, even if it's your relationship to a business, your relationship to your company that you work for, the business that you have. So that is something that I see for my Tauruses coming up for you guys this month. It just feels like a big month of change, reevaluation. Some of you could be dealing with the media, or maybe some of you work in media. And it's like there's something where you're dealing with conflict. It's like, for example, if you work in media, you could be covering a story that you feel conflicted about. It's like there's something where you're confronted with conflict this month in some way that has to be dealt with. It can't be avoided. All right? Right, let's get some further clarification for my Tauruses and see if we can get into maybe love, a little bit more into money. Remember, if you would like your own personal reading from me, then check out my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com. I am available for bookings. What is in store for Taurus? Can I get some further clarification for Taurus for the month of April 2019? Further clarification for Taurus for the month of April 2019. Further clarification Taurus for the month of April 2019. For some of you, there could be conflict with money. Maybe you feel you're not getting paid what you owe, or you feel like you're paying too much for something as well. The past could come up in a way, Taurus, that it could also affect your money. For example, if you have any tweets out there that are problematic, then, you know, I would definitely go back and erase those tweets. And maybe this is why I'm seeing media. Maybe some of you work in the media or are public figures, but if you've even said anything problematic in the past, there's something where the past could come up to haunt you for some of you, so be careful with that, especially if there are any legal pending situations for you guys. So definitely keep that in mind. And if you can, you know, just get rid of any, you know, any lingering evidence you have, such as maybe on a YouTube page, a Facebook page, I don't know. You know, just swipe all your social media of anything problematic that could come to haunt you. If it doesn't haunt you this month, it could come to haunt you down the line. Especially a year from now, or within a year's time. Because I keep getting the media card for you guys. Something about the media, things coming to light. This is also about things coming to light. It can also be about being in persecution in some way. And maybe that's why I'm also getting the energy of avoidance. Maybe there's something you've been avoiding because you don't want to deal with it, but if you continue to avoid it, it could come back to bite you. Alright? So just be careful with that, Taurus. Make sure you've addressed anything that needs to be addressed, you know, even if it comes down to, like, payments you've been avoiding. Like, you know, that could come back to bite you, you know. So just keep on top of things this month. It's a very fast-moving month for you guys. A lot of changes, a lot of moving, working parts this month. I just feel like going into the beginning of this month, your life will be different by the end of this month, by the end of April. So, all right, Taurus, that was your April 2019 reading. I wish you guys the best. I know it's going to be a good month, and it's going to be awesome. You're going to make lots of changes, and, you know, it's going to be worthwhile.